for empathy for citizens.
VeryDarkMan has more empathy than Peter Obi. He's not a politician, but he was in Benue. Why does he have to wait until he becomes a president before he gets to Benue? Why will he wait until he becomes a president before he will demonstrate? Empathy is personal and it can be public. So him as a person, where is his empathy?
Did not go.
All right, so I just watched this video where Mr. Daniel Bwala, the special advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said that VeryDarkMan was in Benue and Peter Obi was not there, trying to put a comparison and trying to say Peter Obi is a bad person. Now, I'm not coming here to defend Peter Obi. I'm just trying to state the obvious. First things first, I was not in Benue. I created awareness for the Benue issue because your government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government, would not have cared, and then they would have just hidden it under the carpet and made it look normal, like every other killings that have been happening in Nigeria. So please, don't make it look as if, oh, they already created the awareness that I went there. I created that awareness, do you understand? So that Nigerians will understand the gravity of what is happening in all these states that people are being.
That was the presidency speaking through Daniel Bwala, the presidential advisor to the president on public policy. He is the special advisor communication on public policy, Daniel Bwala. You heard him in that interview trying to use VeryDarkMan to shine, but VeryDarkMan wouldn't have none of that. What was the issue? P2B in the interview, he granted Channels Television, which went viral, said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu lacks empathy, that this is a leader who people are being killed in his country, where he is the commander-in-chief. Instead of going to Benue, instead of going to Niger, where flood swept away over 500 people, instead of going to Benue, where over 200 were killed, the president was busy commissioning projects in Abuja. And Peter Obi said that was insensitive. It shows that he lacked empathy. And the presidency demanded for a right of reply to him, to Peter Obi, and sent out Daniel Bwala to Channels Television to come and challenge Peter Obi on some of the issues he raised in that viral interview that included Peter Obi's position on the coalition and all that. And he said that Peter Obi lacked empathy, and that Peter Obi, that VeryDarkMan, who is a social critic and an influencer, that VeryDarkMan has more empathy than Peter Obi, saying, does Peter Obi need to wait until he becomes president before he can visit Benue? And VeryDarkMan, who I know is not a fan of Peter Obi, did the right thing by throwing them under the bus, by first of all acknowledging that he never even visited Benue, that he only used his platform to amplify the killings in Benue, to draw the attention of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and others to do something about the killings. That was the situation. That was a humiliation of the presidency. They didn't do their homework well. They didn't even find out whether VeryDarkMan went to Benue before they rushed to Channels Television to challenge Peter Obi. And to say that Peter Obi is waiting until he becomes president before he can act or show empathy is not true. P2B has a history of visiting tragic situations, visiting people who have faced tragedy, whether it is natural tragedy or man-made tragedy. That is a leader with empathy. And for context, Daniel Bwala, speaking for the president, said that P2B should not wait until he becomes president before he shows empathy. The man has been showing empathy for a very long time. Even in this same Benue State that we are talking about, P2B has shown empathy in various tragedies that have befallen the good people of Benue State. And not only in Benue State, in other parts of the country. Okay? And for maybe Daniel Bwala, because they don't do their homework, they just rush. They should be able to have researchers who, before they come and talk about anybody, they should have researchers who will do simple research on whoever they come to either attack or defend, so that they will not be scoring own goal like what the presidency just did. They scored own goal in their quest to make P2B look bad. Now let us look at P2B and Benue State in terms of showing empathy. In October 2020, Peter Obi, as Labour Party presidential hopeful, by that time, he has not even emerged as the presidential candidate of Labour Party, I think. October 2020, 2022. By that time, he has not, I don't think, he was just a presidential hopeful, whether he will get the ticket or not, but it was already in the air, I think. But it doesn't really matter whether he had become the candidate or not. But that alone, this story I'm about to tell you, now demolishes the presidency's claim that P2B, why should he be waiting until he becomes president before he empathizes with Benue people, or any people for that matter, or any other people for that matter. In October 20th, 2022, as Labour Party presidential hopeful, P2B suspended his campaign to visit Benue and address the severe floods that had ravaged many communities in Benue State. He met with the then Governor Autumn and toured flooded areas, even in Ekenu. He visited flood victims and IDP camps in Daudu and donated 5 million naira to support the relief effort. Back in 2022, P2B donated 5 million when he was in Benue to sympathize and empathize with the people of Benue over the flood that ravaged that state. Where was Tinubu at that time? The person that Daniel Bwala is serving today. Was he there in 2022 to show that this is lack of empathy didn't start now that he's president? That is his nature. He is a detached leader who doesn't care about the feelings of the ordinary people. Okay? Then again in April 14 and 15, 2025, P2B made effort to go to Benue when there was another opportunity to go and visit them. In that effort, P2B planned to visit the IDP camps in Benue. He planned to visit a nursing school in Boko that was under construction. He planned to visit a nursing school and a school that is under construction in Boko, which is also in Benue State. However, the state government stopped Peter Obi from visiting. They said they don't want Peter Obi to come, that Peter Obi should not come. That was the state government's position. Now let's watch the reason why the Benue governor gave for Peter Obi not to come. Watch.
Narrative. I can never politicize that. I'm the one bearing the brunt and the pains and the sorrows of the IDPs in my state. The very respected Peter Obi was a governor. And if you're coming into someone's state, there are protocols. A very high personality, you're coming into someone's state and your party does not even know that you are coming. And the sitting governor do not know you are coming. And then you are going into where I'm protecting even most, the IDP camp. It's my duty to protect them. They have been disbalanced. And then I need to protect them even some more. So I don't know the intent you have. Is it not courteous enough just for me to know as a sitting governor and even to provide even more security to you and to prepare the minds of the IDPs in there that some guest is coming to visit with them?
But the gentleman said he made several attempts.
We have been getting some
he said he made several attempts to reach you.
United Nations,
but you were not reachable.
No, sir. There is a United Nations. I mean, that is not a true story. If I'm unreached, if he couldn't reach out to me, I have a chief of staff. I have an SSG. I have a PPS.
He said he reached out to your ADC, and your ADC said he hasn't seen you in 3 days.
No, that's not true. That's not the duty of the ADC either.
But you were talking about protecting the people of Benue. Mr. Governor, quickly, because some UN data is showing malnutrition in Benue IDP camps. Your critics have asked, how does limiting help align with your priestly vow to serve the poor? If according to the gentleman that his intent is to come and reach out to your people and give to them, how do you respond to this concept?
How would I have known that his intent was just to come and visit these people? I don't want people politicizing the IDPs. They are not there when we're suffering with them. They are not there in their own sorrows. I am.
That was the governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Alia, telling the world why they stopped Peter Obi from visiting to empathize with the people of Benue. You can now see how the presidency thoroughly embarrassed that office by lying that Peter Obi has not visited Benue State, that he was waiting until he becomes president, and that he has no moral right to tell Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, to visit Benue. Peter Obi has been and remains an empathetic leader, and that is why in several parts of this country, and in most parts of this country, many people believe that he is a leader that can be trusted to deal with the problem of the ordinary people of Nigeria, and not the present leadership that we have in Asorok that could not even do a simple research before coming out to embarrass the office in public domain. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours. And don't forget, we'd like to hear your comment. What do you think about the accusation by the presidency that Peter Obi is waiting to be president before he empathizes with the people of Benue State? And from what you have just learned, how do you rate the empathy coming from the presidency and that of Peter Obi? Tell us what you think at the comment section. Thank you, and God bless you.